Okay, so welcome to Wishful Wednesday with Goku. So yesterday was my last training day with Vegeta for a week. So it seems logical to switch to Goku now. Pretty much the only character that could follow Vegeta. So you should have been able to figure that one out by now. Yeah. And let's see, what did I learn yesterday? Yesterday I learned that stacking the auto transformations doesn't work, which is good. Well, it's good to know, I should say. I was hoping I could stack all four of the transformations on and see what would happen, but I guess any more than one of them is just a waste. And it'll only activate whichever one is at the top of the list, I think. Which means that there's a procedure to the order of operations for those know-how skill palettes. Which means that if they add more of them, they should be ones that don't, that are, I should put, they should be self-informed. Ones that don't require some other skill to be added to the palette. This one. Man. So, let's see. So, let's see. There's no actual training today. So I was able to get those meal effects to last a whole day. I think when you eat more meals, that extends the time. Alright, that's enough, Bruiser. Okay. Yeah, today we're gonna collect the Dragon Balls. Actually, I didn't need the switch part either. So, what I'm gonna try to do this time is every one of these maps that has a Dragon Ball on it, I'm gonna clear all the objectives on that map. Oh. It goes straight to World Map if you're at Corrin Tower Summit. Okay, so I need about 5 of them. Actually, let's go in this order. Okay, Bruiser. So, alright, now let's just... So, I got a whole week. Got a whole week with this character. Okay. So I guess I tried that before. Yeah, I'm going to get it lighted. So this means... Oh, okay, I see what I did. Okay. So we can have up to 4 transformations on the skill palette. And then on the know-how palette, you can also use 1 auto form, which brings the total number of transformations in the battle up to 5. But you can also use 2 attacks, which will change you into God form. Ultimate Kamehameha changes you to Super Saiyan Blue, and God Kamehameha changes you to Super Saiyan God. So... Bruiser, hush. Oh man, that cat's really distracting. And this part's where it gets complicated. See, this is why I wanted to do a week with Vegeta first. Shut up. So, Bruiser, hush. Hush. Yeah, Kaioken is a transformation that Goku has. Vegeta doesn't. No. No. That's enough. Go on. Little shit. He will do that all day, I swear. That's enough. And for the next 20 minutes, he's gonna think I'm talking to him. Shut up. Okay. So, for example, if I used Auto Super Saiyan God, okay, I think that's what I did. That's why I had Auto Super Saiyan God on. That gives you 5 transformations. The thing is, if you do it that way, then whichever auto form you have, you won't be able to revert out of it or transform back into it using the skill palette. So that means you want to be careful about how you set up this palette right here. See, the know-how palette is pretty much the same for a lot of the characters. I mean, each one's unique because Goku's got this auto Kaioken, which obviously Vegeta doesn't have. But overall, they're basically the same. Okay. Now, yeah, sorry about that. He just wants to go outside. Damn it. Oh, that reminds me. Here in about a week or two, yeah, I am in Alaska, and soon the snow is going to start melting. And when that happens every year, there's a puddle of water that's going to come into the basement here. And it's not enough to damage anything. It just seeps in until the ground thaws out and the water has somewhere else to go. But for about a week, maybe 2, depending on the weather, I'm just gonna have to shut my computer off. I mean, it won't hurt anything. None of the water will get in this room where my PC is, but uh, and it's not enough to make like a real puddle. It just makes a huge damp spot on the floor. And until it evaporates, it's just going to be really humid down here, and it's not good for my PC to leave it running during that time. So if I stop streaming for like a week or so, that'll be why. But then after that it's over, it'll be summertime, and I won't have to worry about that happening again unless it rains a lot. But yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. It happens every year. There's a lot of snow, but as long as the PC's not actually running, it shouldn't hurt anything. And that's why I wanted to try out this new thing I'm doing with the schedule, so that when I do get back into the game, I won't miss anything, and I can just pick up wherever I left off. Alright. So with that out of the way, this is something that's been bugging me for a while. So, first of all, if you don't have the DLC, then Goku's the only character that can fill up this palette. And this is how you do it. With these 4 transformations, although you might have them in different order. And for me, I like to keep attacks and transformations that I feel have similar effects on like controls. So for example, B is the fight button in your basic controls, so I tend to put a melee attack on the B button and then kind of build out from there. And since I'm using the Elite controller, B button is this one right here, and on the opposite side is A button, and then it also corresponds alphabetically down here. This is X, and then this is Y. So A, B, X, Y. And with the super attacks, they correspond. They also correspond alphabetically. So these attacks, if I, yeah, I got body blow, so that hopefully, if this were a support character, that attack would be on my B button. But that's more complicated to figure out. And this is the character I'm going to be using for the week, so I can ignore that little palette. Right. But as I was saying, Impact Strike. Oh no, that's the other one. Yeah, I'll start off with low-level attacks. I'm going to use the low-level attacks because I'm working on my transformation palette right now. And if I use the strongest attacks, it's harder to test what's going to happen while I'm in these forms, because the enemies die even faster and I don't get as much information. I mean, if I use the strongest attacks, it's not like I actually have to transform anyway to beat most of those enemies. So I'm going with 3 melee attacks and a Kamehameha. So, okay. Also, let's go ahead and take all. I'm just gonna remove all of these from these characters. Okay. And I'm using the two strongest support characters. Because I'm not gonna worry about them this time. I'll probably switch support characters for, well, actually tomorrow I'll probably go to Beerus Planet and try to beat Beerus in a 1v1. And actually, if I don't make it to level 300 today, I probably will tomorrow. And then I'll want to do that side mission. I got 2 side quests for Goku in the DLC that I haven't done yet, because I wanted to train up these characters. Okay. Actually, let's see. Okay, this is what I was just talking about. Well, what I was talking about for a while here. Okay. Let's try it this way. Okay, that should be good for now. But yeah, what I was saying before, so the trick is to get every transformation in one battle. And you can do that, but you have to use at least 2 skill palettes. Now, if I use 2 of these attacks for the god forms, then I can use these. And then you can still use all the transformations without an auto form. So then the advantage of auto form is that you don't drain your ki while you're in that form. So I suppose then it's best to pick whichever transformation you think you're gonna spend the most time in. Or at least that could be one way of thinking about it. So if you use the super attack palette and you use these attacks, then you're guaranteed to use some ki when you're in those forms. So even if you have Auto Super Saiyan God, if you use God Kamehameha, you will still run out of ki. Because it's a super attack and it requires ki. Oops. So... Well, let's see. That means your strongest attacks, even in God form, are still going to cost you some ki. Of course, that would be true for any attack you used. What that means is using these God attacks will cancel out the effect of this know-how. See, this is the one that makes the difference here. It's only like this one is only active when your ki is at 100%, and like 50%, that's equivalent to a full Super Saiyan form. So think about it. Just by having your ki at 100%, it's the same as transforming. So if you have full tilt and auto Super Saiyan, oh, I just found out they go in a different order when you use the different. Okay, well, that's weird. Look, when I go up and down, when I go left and right, okay. I wonder why it does that. Well, anyway, actually, let's put that one on. See, Kaioken already doesn't eat ki, but if you use Auto Kaioken, it won't eat up your health either. Okay, so one thing I have to check is to see, I'm pretty sure Kaioken in Surge mode is basically the same as a Super Saiyan in Surge mode, meaning you can't use finishers. I think I tested that out before. Probably test it out again to be sure. But if that's true, then that means none of Goku's transformations have that option. Well, that would mean Piccolo's the true Namekian fusion is the only one that has that option. Okay, well. Which is, that's fine. It just means you play differently when you're using Piccolo. And that all these other transformations work pretty much the same. At least in Surge mode. Still. So full tilt is best used either in your base form or with one of these auto forms. See, I'm tempted to go Auto Super Saiyan 3. Because Super Saiyan 3 uses up ki really quickly. I mean, yeah, it's not as much as Super Saiyan God. But, here. I'm gonna take a quick look in the encyclopedia. Let's see. No, it's not in here. It's under... Where? It's in the skill tree. Nope. Here we go. Okay. 3. Yeah, at level 3, it's 150%. Okay. Okay, so Super Saiyan God extends surge time anyway. That's what it does. No, that Super Saiyan God Blue does. Okay, so if you're gonna use Super Saiyan Blue, you should keep in mind that it does extend the surge time by 50%. Okay. See, I should have known that before I tried fighting Mira last time. That's why my strategy didn't work. Okay. Well, what about the other blue? Or yeah. Here. It says enveloped in godly ki. Okay, Super Saiyan with... But it doesn't tell you the difference between regular ki and godly ki. It might not make a difference as far as using attacks or how much ki you have or anything like that. I'm thinking it probably just makes a difference in damage multipliers. Most likely certain opponents are weak against certain kinds of ki. If I had to guess, I'd say Beerus and maybe Golden Frieza. Or maybe godly ki makes you strong against other forms of ki. It either makes you stronger or other opponents are weak against it. The game's not gonna tell you. All I know is that in regular Super Saiyan form you don't have godly ki. And Super Saiyan Blue has godly ki. Well, it does look a little bit different and it sounds a little bit different. It's more of a shing, more of a kind of a shinier sound. But other than that, I can't really tell. Okay. Well, that's 30 minutes, so... Dragon Balls. I'm gonna find me some Dragon Balls, and I'm gonna try to clear each map. Oh, the first one's right here. Good. Alright, see all these white icons? I'm gonna collect all of those and get the Dragon Ball. I'm not gonna do that. Not gonna do this though. That's for Friday. And this icon, I already did that. So, now if I was really skillful, I could do this without hitting a single tree.
Found some tasty looking food.
I already know I can hit all of them and destroy them if I wanted to.
We got a keeper. Might cause some trouble later. Best to deal with this now. We got a keeper. Found some tasty looking food. What's this? We got a keeper.
This is one of my
Found
favorite
some
maps
tasty
to
looking
just
food.
hang out in. They got lots of ingredients here.
We got a keeper. Found some tasty looking food.
And if you're not good at flying, this is a good place. It actually is pretty good practice to try and knock down every last one of these trees. I bet I could do it without running out of ki now. I haven't tried it in a long time.
Found some tasty looking food. Whoa, this stone's extra hard. I've never felt a stone this hard before. Found some tasty looking food. We got a keeper. We got a keeper. All right. Might cause some trouble later. Best to deal with this now. Found some tasty looking food. Try this. Might cause some trouble later. Best to deal with this now. Look at this prime cut of meat. This. All right. We got a keeper. All right. Try this. All right. Might cause some trouble later. Best to deal with this now. Try this. All right. All right. We got a keeper. All right. All right. All right. Might cause some. All right.
Ooh, it's the 5-star ball, I think. Looks like. Yep, 5-star ball. Okay. Found it.
Found some tasty looking food. Found some tasty looking food. Found some tasty looking food. All right! This apple looks extra juicy. Found some tasty looking food. How's that sound? All right. Might cause some trouble later. Best to deal with this now. We got a keeper. We got a keeper. Found some tasty looking food. stone this hard before. Whoa, this stone's extra hard. Found some tasty looking food. We got a keeper. Found some tasty looking food. We got a keeper. Found some tasty looking food. We got a keeper. Found some tasty looking food. All right. Try this. All right. This has got to be some tasty meat. We got a keeper. We got a keeper. Found some tasty looking food. We got a keeper. Look at this prime cut of meat. This looks like a great apple. We got a keeper. We got a keeper. All right. We got a keeper. Found some tasty looking food.
Okay. Ooh, lots of stuff here. Okay. Should I get the dinosaurs too? Probably won't have time. Also, when you get the dinosaurs, the icons don't disappear. So, to save time, I'll just go for the icons that will actually disappear. I'll get dinosaurs on Fridays. Because I do need those items too.
We got a keeper. Found some tasty looking food. All right. All right. Found some tasty looking food. All right. Yeah. Sup? Yeah. 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 All right. All right. All right.
And see,
All right. Yeah.
I just want to look. When you go this way, it's harder. You go that way, it's easy. See? That's why
I
I'm
could really
doing
go for
this.
some food right about now.
Because if it was just a video game and it didn't matter, then this would not be harder than this. See? These are obstacles. When you go through it the wrong way, it takes longer. And it's not as smooth.
We
See?
got a keeper.
So the goal is week after week, every time a Dragon Ball spawns on this map, I get a little bit better at collecting all these items,
All right.
start to memorize where they're gonna
I could really go
spawn,
for some food right about now.
and this gets a little bit more fun each time. Oh, you know what this needs?
Whoa! This thing looks pretty rare.
There we go.
Might cause some trouble later. Best to deal with this now.
No, not really.